face showed. What was left of her hair was short and shaggy. It curled in a soft fringe around her ears. There were no long parts to fall into her eyes, to become tangled on a windy day, to take forever to dry when she got caught in the rain. Her forehead seemed bigger. Her eyes seemed bigger, too. Maybe because she was opening them so wide to be able to see everything. Her ears seemed to stick out from her head. They look a little funny, Parvana thought, but a nice sort of funny. I have a nice face, she decided. Mother rubbed her hands brusquely over Parvana's head to rub away any stray hairs. Change your clothes, she said. Then she left the washroom. All alone, Parvana's hand crept up to the top of her head. Touching her hair gingerly at first, she soon rubbed the palm of her hand all over her head. Her new hair felt both bristly and soft. It tickled the skin on her hand. I like it, she thought, and she smiled. She took off her own clothes and put on her brother's. Hussein's salwar kameez was pale green, both the loose shirt and the baggy trousers. The shirt hung down very low, and the trousers were too long, but by rolling them up at the waist, they were all right. There was a pocket sewn into the left side of the shirt, near the chest. It was just big enough to hold money and maybe a few candies, if she ever had candies again. There was another pocket on the front. It was nice to have pockets. Her girl clothes didn't have any. Parvana, haven't you changed yet? Parvana stopped looking at herself in the mirror and joined her family. The first face she saw was Mariam's. Her little sister looked as if she couldn't quite figure out who had walked into the room. It's me, Mariam, Parvana said. Parvana? Mariam laughed as she recognized her. Hussein, her mother whispered. You look less ugly as a boy than you do as a girl, Nuria said quickly. If Mother started remembering Hussein, she'd just start crying again. You look fine, said Mrs. Wera. Put this on. Mother handed Parvana a cap. Parvana put it on her head. It was a white cap with beautiful embroidery all over it. Maybe she'd never wear her special red salwar kameez again, but she had a new cap to take its place. Here's some money, her mother said. Buy what you were not able to buy yesterday. She placed a patu around Parvana's shoulder. It was her father's. Hurry back. Parvana tucked the money into her new pocket. She slipped her feet into her sandals, then reached for her chador. You won't be needing that, Nuria said. Parvana had forgotten. Suddenly she was scared. Everyone would see her face. They would know she wasn't a boy. She turned around to plead with her mother. Don't make me do this. You see, Nuria said in her nastiest voice, I told you she was too scared. It's easy to call someone else scared when you're safe inside your home all the time, Parvana shot back. She spun around and went outside, slamming the door behind her. Out on the street, she kept waiting for people to point at her and call her a fake. No one did. No one paid any attention to her at all. The more she was ignored, the more confident she felt. When she had gone into the market with her father, she had kept silent and covered up her face as much as possible. She had tried her best to be invisible. Now, with her face open to the sunshine, she was invisible in another way. She was just one more boy on the street. She was nothing worth paying attention to. When she came to the shop that sold tea, rice, and other groceries, she hesitated for a slight moment, then walked boldly through the door. I'm a boy, she kept saying to herself. It gave her courage. What do you want? The grocer asked. Some tea, Parvana stammered out. How much? What kind? The grocer was gruff, but it was ordinary bad mood gruff, not gruff out of anger that there was a girl in his shop. Parvana pointed to the brand of tea they usually had at home. Is that the cheapest? This one is the cheapest. He showed her another one. I'll take the cheapest one. I also need 5 pounds of rice. Don't tell me. You want the cheapest kind, big spender. Parvana left the shop with rice and tea, feeling very proud of herself. I can do this, she whispered. Onions were cheap at the vegetable stand,